Hi, I'm Kate and today I'm doing a review on The Interview with the Vampire by Anne Rice. So I read this book pretty recently and I really liked it, so I decided to do a review. So this book is obviously about vampires. It is about a man named Louis. He is a normal human that lives... I'm sorry, my dog is next to me. Um, he is a normal human that lives with his sister, brother and mother, and they live in a really big house. So his brother becomes obsessed with religion and later he dies, and Louis blames himself, and one night he is attacked by a vampire named Lestat and turned into a vampire. Lestat claims he turned Louis into a vampire because of the house. He didn't have any place to live and hide during the day, so he wanted Louis' house. Louis is at first quite confused of what happened to him, and he is angry at Lestat. So when he turns into a vampire, he has a lot of questions about being a vampire, and Lestat doesn't answer these questions because he says he doesn't want to answer because he doesn't want Louis to leave him, but I think maybe Lestat didn't know the answers himself. So they start to live together in Louis' house, and things move on from there. So I think this book is quite refreshing compared to other modern vampire books. These vampires are presented as vampires really are. They don't have any feelings. They're not romantic creatures. They can't love, they can't fall in love, and this really confuses Louis. He thinks he can still love someone, but vampires, as Lestat says, can't feel anything. They don't love anyone. Louis is really confused by this, and it doesn't help that he needs to kill people to survive. At first he doesn't want to kill anyone. He doesn't accept who he is. He doesn't accept he's now a vampire and needs to drink blood. So he is killing animals, and Lestat is calling him weak, and he's telling him he's not a real vampire. So Louis is really lost and confused. This book, I read it really a long time ago when I was in high school, and I thought it was really boring. I pushed myself to read it, but now when I read it when I'm a little bit older, I really understood it better. So I read about this book a bit online. So Anne Rice said that vampires in this book are metaphors for lost souls, and I really like that idea. Parts of this book for me were a bit boring when Louis is questioning himself all the time, and these parts after a while become boring because he's always asking himself and others the same questions. He's looking for the same answers all the time. Not all the time, he finds out about things through the book, but basically they are the same questions. But Anne Rice writes so beautifully, and it's so easy to read. This is the first book in the Vampire Chronicles series. I don't know how many books there are in this series. There are a lot of books. I know the second one is the Vampire Lestat. I believe that book is about the same vampire that is mentioned in this book, Lestat, and the third one is The Queen of the Damned, and I'm really looking forward to reading The Queen of the Damned. There is a movie adaptation based on this book. It is with Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt and little Kirsten Dunst. I need to rewatch this movie because now I read this book really recently. I read it in October. Besides having the vampires as the main characters, I don't see this book being a horror book. It is considered as a horror book, but I don't see it. It is more about finding yourself and answering who you really are. But still, if you love vampire books, you should read this one. It has some slower parts, but then again there are really fast and action parts of this book, and it is so beautifully written. It's so easy to read. At least it was easy for me to read it, and I couldn't put it down. So that's it for my review on The Interview with the Vampire. Have you read it? What did you think about it? Please let me know in the comments below so we can discuss it. And thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. See you next time. Bye!